Two U.S. military bases in northeastern Syria have been attacked by rockets and drones. Sputnik on December 31, citing local sources, said that two U.S. bases in Al-Hasaka province in northeastern Syria were attacked by rockets and drones, UAVs. Several rockets fell near residential buildings at the Al-Jabsa oil field in the town of Ash-Shadati, which the U.S. military occupies as their military base, the source confirmed. The source added that the U.S. base at Karab al-Jur airport in Al-Hasaka was attacked by drones. The number of attacks on bases of the U.S.-led international coalition in Iraq, as well as U.S. troops in Syria, has increased significantly in the past months since the escalation of the Israel-Hamas conflict on September 7. October 2023, U.S. military officials said that as of November 23, 2023, 36 attacks had occurred against U.S. forces in Iraq and 37 in Syria. Shia armed groups operating in Iraq have claimed responsibility for the attacks. Meanwhile, Washington believes that the attacks were carried out by pro-Iranian groups. The U.S. has also carried out airstrikes against Iran-aligned militias in Syria and Iraq in response to a series of attacks on U.S. troops in the two Middle Eastern countries. U.S. Secretary of Defense Lloyd Austin said that these attacks were carried out with the support of Iran, and warned that the Pentagon would take countermeasures if these attacks continued. The White House accused Iran of actively facilitating groups that Tehran supports to carry out missile and drone attacks on U.S. military bases in Iraq and Syria. Iranian Defense Minister Mohammad Reza Ashtiani warned that the U.S. could face a serious attack if Washington does not intervene to end the war between Israel and Hamas. After the conflict broke out in Gaza, the U.S. deployed a series of weapons and soldiers to the Middle East, including submarines carrying cruise missiles and two aircraft carrier battle groups. Israel began a comprehensive siege of the Gaza Strip after a surprise attack by Hamas in the south of the country on October 7. Fighting over the past 2 months has left thousands dead in Gaza and Israel. The U.S. declared that it always supports Israel and is ready to provide military aid for Israel to respond to Hamas. However, Washington also emphasized that Tel Aviv needs to comply with the laws of war to avoid losses to civilians. The U.S. currently maintains 900 soldiers in Syria and 2,500 troops in neighboring Iraq. Washington said it is on a mission to advise and support local forces to prevent the rise of the self-proclaimed Islamic State, IS. Security analysts say there are growing concerns that the Israel-Hamas conflict could spread across the Middle East and make U.S. troops at bases targets of attack. Our video ends here. Remember to subscribe so we can meet again in the next video. Goodbye everyone.